problem with Oblique is that I'm not even sure what Oblique I'll be getting. You know what I mean? The trajectory of Oblique Seville early on this season was telling me Oblique is definitely going to be running a super personal best. I'm going to see something better than, 9.8. We could see 9.7s or even something faster. You know what I mean? But it hasn't really materialized, and I'm not really sure, what's going on. I saw him in his last race, and his last race was indeed impressive. But technically, he looked a bit flat footed. He wasn't raising his feet, or lifting. There was not much knee lift going on there. And if you know Oblique Seville, when he's lifting, that's when he's running his fastest races.
Unbelievable! He's done it again! Thompson pulls here! Thompson Hero wins! 10.60! Olympic record! Wow! Corey got a big Devin started right there. Corey really taking it off. Corey, our Corey number. Another goal. The legacy as one of the all-time greats is surely complete. The Olympic champion becomes the world champion. The defending champion comes back and wins again in supreme style.
Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Now trackies, the men's 100 meters. Oh, I forgot my pot cover and spoon. Pretend it's here. Bingy-lingy-lingy-lingy. We are going to be discussing that, and of course Jamaica's, chances of winning a medal. And I do believe, we have a solid shot of getting a medal here, at the championships. Prior though, I won't lie, it's not the athlete I was thinking about that is definitely going to, in my opinion, be a part of the medal podium. But it's a medal nonetheless, and it's a Jamaican nonetheless. So, I will definitely take it. So how does the men's, 100 meters look from my, vision? I'm definitely looking at, Fred Curley. He's the defending champion, of course. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at Zarnell Hughes. I'm looking at Ferdinand Omanyala. I'm looking at Noah Lyles. I'm looking at Christian Coleman. And of course, I'm looking at Jamaicans, I'm looking at Rohan Watson, and I'm also looking at Oblique Seville. Now, those are the athletes for me, that will challenge for a medal. Of course, if you don't believe so, you can always comment in the comment section and tell me which athlete I'm not thinking about, and which athlete I should be considering. Now with that said, there are a few athletes that should have been a part of it and either got popped or had unfortunate accidents where they ended up injured. So I'm not expecting them to either turn up or be in their best shape. So I haven't counted a few people, but with that said, I'm definitely still looking at the athletes that I've mentioned before. Now for me, Zarnell Hughes sticks out as a sore thumb, quote unquote, to possibly take that gold medal. Yeah, he's definitely separated himself from the rest of the field in terms of the men's 100 meters this season. So I believe he could possibly land gold. The problem with Zarnell is that he tends to falter on the world stage. A few times we've seen him do it where he's false started. This time around he has to get out of his head whatever has been causing that problem and run his best race. And if he runs his best race, he could possibly land the gold medal. Now when I look at the other two medals, when I think about the rest of the world, honestly, they're pretty much in and around the same, place. Even though Ferdinand Omanyala has run that, 9.84, honestly, he hasn't done anything, that to me looks like he has separated himself from the pack. So again, I have him, lumped in with Fred Curley, also lumped in with Rohan Watson, as well as, Noah Lyles, Christian Coleman. So, it's who has the best execution on the day. So when I look at the athletes, overall, I'm not going to lie, Rohan Watson looks as though he can possibly execute the best race, out of all of these guys, because all of them have, little flaws here and there in terms of their execution, either poor starts, run on at the end, or, good start, but, falter towards the end. But when I look at, Rohan Watson's race distribution, it looks, pretty even. And if I'm not going to lie, thinking about, how, Stephen Francis does his thing, and looking at that 9.91, I'm expecting that Rohan Watson could possibly turn up in 9, possibly 8.5 shape. If we get a Rohan Watson in 9.85 shape, at the championships, this is a Rohan Watson that could not only just challenge for a medal, you know what I mean, but he could possibly challenge for the gold medal, right? So let's see how that goes. But again, I'm still looking at the top guys. Of course, I'm still looking at Fred Curley. Of course, I'm still looking at Christian Coleman. Of course, I'm still looking at Noah Lyles. And of course, yeah, Zarnell Hughes Hughes and Ferdinand Omanyala. Plus, also, Akani Simbine always seems to be in there someplace. You know what I mean? But again, when I look at, all of the issues, that surround, some of these athletes in terms of the execution of their race, I do believe that Rohan Watson, does, look, I'm not gonna lie, the better of the lot. So let's see how that goes. And yes, it may sound a bit biased, but he definitely looks, better off the lot. Now, clearly, I haven't mentioned Oblique Seville. I do have him making my finals. It's kind of funny that I didn't mention him. But yeah, no, I have him making my finals for sure. The problem with Oblique is that I'm not even sure what Oblique I'll be getting. You know what I mean? The trajectory of Oblique Seville early on this season was telling me Oblique is definitely going to be running a super personal best. I'm going to see something better than, 9.8. We could see 9.7s or even something faster. You know what I mean? But it hasn't really materialized, and I'm not really sure, what's going on. I saw him in his last race, and his last race was indeed impressive. But technically, he looked a bit flat footed. He wasn't raising his feet, or lifting. There was not much knee lift going on there. And if you know Oblique Seville, when he's lifting, that's when he's running his, his fastest races. So if it is that, he's able to, refine a few things, or if he was able to refine a few things leading into the championships, then he could possibly also challenge as well. And not gonna lie, pressure, is a thing, and the pressure is off him a little bit because persons are not really, expecting it anymore. So maybe this can be a good thing, for Oblique Seville, where he can, fly under the radar, a little bit, and sneak a medal. That could definitely be a thing as well for Oblique Seville. But hands down, our Jamaicans, in my opinion, are definitely in with a shout. I do believe Rohan Watson has a solid shot, of getting a medal, and I do believe Oblique Seville has a solid shot again of medaling. And why? Because everybody's pretty much in and around the same little spot. There's no difference between 9.88, and 9.91 or 9.93, what some of these people are doing. That's not really a difference. You know what I mean? So it's who is going to come out on the day and execute their best race, who is mentally, tougher as well. And I believe, again, based on what Rohan Watson has displayed in the men's 100 meters, I believe he's the mentally toughest out of the two Jamaicans. I believe will make it to the finals. So I believe he has a solid shot at medaling. And of course, when I look at the, pros and cons of the other athletes, what I think about how Noah Lyles runs, opposite of how Christian Coleman runs, you know what I mean? When I think about Fred Curley and all the other challengers, I definitely believe, that Rohan Watson can have his day, at these championships and win Jamaica a medal. Yes. So y'all sound off in the comment section below and tell me your thoughts. Who are the athletes that you are looking at? Of course, let me know in the comment section. Like the video and of course subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.